welcome back to our channel Autistic Multiple Life. Our channel was created to erase stigma around autism and dissociative identity disorder and other conditions in dissociative spectrum and other type of neurodiversity. I think I am now fronting Ayman and Buhamza. We're in Kakon, and in this video I want to speak about how people made switching videos switching cartoon camera about dissociation. So you already knew that we made several videos like this. If you don't know, just check our channel. So why we made this video? Because this video is quite popular. If you try to find something about dissociative identity disorder on YouTube, one of the most popular search requests is switching cartoon camera. This means that people want to see how it looks like when different alters switching. And so we decided, if you want to make some of our videos more visible, we need to cartoon camera our switching. We need to record it. And another reason we are thinking that switching is part of everyday life of people with dissociative identity disorder or DissociaDID, and it could be confusing, it could be shameful for someone because it's not something that's very common in our culture. So we want to make it more normal. We want people to know how it looks like, and more. We want people with dissociation, we want multiple people, plural people. I just use different names that different people with dissociative identity disorder prefer. So we want these people to see that it's nothing wrong with them if they're switched, it's just part of who they are. Okay, so problem is that when we try to find some information about this switching video, we see that some people couldn't believe that someone who have dissociation could cartoon camera their switching. And for example, DissociaDID channel made many switching videos, and some people who hating Nin from DissociaDID write that Nin of course faking, because no one could make so many switching videos. And I don't say that I'm really fan of Nin. I like some of the DissociaDID videos, but I disagree with Nin in many questions, and I think some of your content is problematic, because it's always problematic when some person who have some ableistic ideas became a face of some condition. The same stuff with, for example, temple grinding in autistic community. It does a danger of one story about one condition. It's not just about neurodiversity. For example, if some person is the most famous gay person in the world and people don't know much about gay people, it's always problematic, and the situations that exist in some countries. Okay, but I don't like when someone said that Nin or someone else don't have dissociative identity disorder. I don't like when someone said that, for example, someone is not really gay, or someone is not really autistic, or not really transgender, that someone faking, because our culture is based on gaslighting in many ways, and we will face it when our experience was denied just because it's unusual, and so I don't see the reason to support it. And when we speak about dissociation, dissociative identity disorder or DissociaDID, many specialists don't believe in this condition, and many specialists don't know much of this condition. Every specialist could believe in it, and I just don't want to support this culture. So if someone says that they have dissociation, they have dissociative identity disorder, I would just believe them before this person say the opposite, or before there could be any evidence that this person does not have this condition. Okay, so how all this switching cut of camera videos making. I wouldn't speak about all people with dissociative identity disorder or OSDD1. I'm speaking just about our system, how we made it. And this could be useful not just for people who want to make their channels or who want to show someone how switching looks like. It could be useful for people who need their alters near them for something. For example, one alter could be a good cook and the host couldn't cook at all. Or some alter could speak, for example, I don't know, Russian language, and the host don't know Russian language. So maybe the staff could help in this kind of situation when you need some alter near you. Okay, so the first stuff about how we made switching cut on cameras videos. We're thinking about who could be near us, to whom we could switch. Okay, for example, we're thinking that if we made videos about autistic girls, it could be cool if it could be Lil or Lisa near. So we decided that Lil would be made this video. We just try to find positive triggers for Lisa, so Lisa could be near Lil, and in case that Lisa maybe want to switch, want to game. What kind of positive trigger you could use? It could be music that is like alter, like music is very strong positive trigger for many systems. It could be some kind of memory that's more strong for this alter. It could be their favorite books, their favorite movies, cartoon, something else. It could be, for example, their favorite crayon in book, or favorite toy of some little, or for example, favorite object. Favorite swimming toy. It could be literally anything. Okay, and so most of the time when we think that we could switch for someone, for example, we could switch for Lisa, we just listening Lisa's favorite music, or when we're thinking that we could switch for Abu Umar, it could be cool because I like how Abu Umar looks on camera, even if I don't always like what he's saying. We listen to his favorite nasheeds, and it prepares the alter to be near front and came. The same stuff we're using, for example, when we need a boomer to cook something, or when we need, for example, Lisa to remember part of our childhood that we don't know. We just need to consult with Lisa, and we need her near us. So we just use their positive, her or his or their positive trigger. It doesn't work always. Sometimes we couldn't make this catch on camera video, but most of the time it's worked in our system. If we couldn't make it from first attempt, sometimes we could make it from second attempt. And of course, the second stuff that could help is try to switch to alter who near front and who feels safe in front of camera. It's really important because if someone don't feel safe, and even if you use positive trigger and this alter would came, even if this alter would came and he or she or they would catch it, I don't think that it's really honest just to use this video if this person don't feel safe. If this person, this alter, don't like that they was recorded. And the same stuff if you want to show switching to someone, or you want to call some alter, if this alter don't want to be in this, for example, in this company, or don't want to be seen by these people, I don't recommend to use positive trigger so this alter could be near. And you could switch to him because it could be really problematic. So I use the scheme, I mean them, so it doesn't just about men, okay? And yeah, most of the time, of course, it's more easy to switch to someone who most of the time near front, in our system is, for example, yeah, Ayman and Abu Hamza al-Muqaddir most of the time in recent months co-hosts. Sometimes it could be our protector Lil, because if something happened, Lil became near. It could be our littles always near. It could be Abu Aziz al-Quraishi, because he is protector of Abu Umar, and because he was Ayman co-host almost a year. It could be our romantic culture Rumpel. But we don't just wait in that, for example, Yuki, he was sleeping for many years, that he would suddenly came. It could happen, but we are not waiting for that. And the same stuff with other situation. If, for example, we have a very important interview, and we knew that Yuki could be the best person for this interview, but if Yuki was sleeping for many years, he wasn't front in many years. We just maybe we want him to came, but we are not waiting him to came, because we just couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it, I think. So we just need to find alternative. For example, when Yuki was in this body many times, it was also Ayman, it was also Verba, it was also Mowgli. So maybe we would ask Mowgli or Verba or Ayman to tell this part of the story. Yeah. And another stuff that I think it's important to know, that you need to check that the situation is really safe. For example, it's not safe for Abu Umar sometimes started to fronting alone on the street, but one day we just wanted to make a video with him, and we just asked Lina to be near us in the case that Abu Umar could say something wrong or do something wrong. Or, for example, maybe some of the ultra who don't spend much time in this body and don't know much about this channel could say something very personal. And we need to check this video before we publish it. The same, I think, with any published information, when you could open some information about your system or your life that could harm you or could be shameful or unpleasant for your ultras. Just respect their feeling, because you're stuck in one body. You just need to pay attention to their feeling. It's beneficial for you, it's beneficial for them. Okay, and I think another type of the video that you could catch switching, if you're in negative trigger situation, if someone was triggering and you want to just record in, just to show how this switching look like. For example, Abu Hamza and Abu Umar was negative triggered by book about Uyghurs and genocide of Uyghurs in China. And if we want to make a video with Abu Umar these days, it was very easy. I don't think that this kind of situation, when you could record in, switching cut on camera could help you in other kind of situation in your life. Because, for example, if we would need Abu Umar because he really good, have good Arabic pronunciation or good cooking. It's not a really good idea to use strong negative trigger, because Abu Umar would be unstable. The same with other ultras. But yeah, it's really helped us when we started to make these switching cut on camera videos. It's really helped us to try to notice who's near front and who have this kind of negative trigger, because we could use it for video, and after that it could help us in our everyday life, just to check our body, to check our condition and notice who near the front. Yeah, and I don't know how it's works with the different system. I don't say that, for example, the DissociaDID channel, the Nin and other guys from DissociaDID system use the same way to make switching cut on cameras video. I just said that it's possible to make this switching cut on camera video on purpose. you could make possibility of switching more strong. Okay, for example, yeah, you could make possibility that your next video would be switching cut on camera video more strong. Sorry. Yeah, and sometimes could look like different. It depends of the alter and depend of what caused the switching. It depends of how the alter ready for the switching. It depends of your sometimes your health condition, sometimes your mental condition. So yeah, some and kind of switching. Some switching could be fully switching, and some switching could be just someone came in co-front. So yeah, some switching could be really short, some switching could be really long, and you couldn't control it. Most of the time you just couldn't control it. Sometimes you could predict it, but I don't think that you could control it. Yeah, and sometimes of course switching cut on camera could be just occasional situation. Sometimes you just switching on camera, you don't do something to make the switching more possible. It just happened. It could happen, but I think that guys who made more switching cut on cameras video try to make this kind of situation more possible. Okay, and now I would try to make this now Mowgli near front. We was in the shop, Lego shop, and Mowgli like Lego, and I think Lisa, and I would try to switch to littles. Okay. Hi, I think it's me, Mowgli, and Simon, and Lisa, and Bukamzaza is straight near me, and I think we're by something near, but it's more me. Yeah, and what I want to say, just hi, yeah. They say that I could behave more natural, and I try to behave more natural, and yeah, sometimes you could make more possible, made the switching cut on camera. But one day I made this switching just because I want to be in front, just because I want to speak about autistic inertia, and I made this video more theatralic. I just stole broadcasting, and it was not switching on purpose. Sometimes switching is not on purpose. Yeah, and I like made this kind of switching cut on camera videos, and I like this park. I like Sheffield. I like this tree. It's pink and a little white, and I like it. Yeah, and what else I could say? Just I don't know. Okay, I would say that everyone else said in the end of the videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to make it more visible, and because it helps to make it more visible, share it with your friends or in your page, and I think I would see you next time, and Ayman would see you next time, so we would see you next time. Bye.